Tell me if you've heard this story before. You've given 15 years of your life to a company. You've been the ultimate team player. You've been put in charge of some of the most high-profile projects, and you've knocked them out of the park. And you've built quite a track record for success and influence and performance throughout your career. Never had any sort of complaints against you. You put in for a promotion for a new division and a new initiative, and you're staying within the organization. You're in the interview for the role, and nobody's really engaged in that interview. It's almost as if they have someone else in mind already. And ultimately, you find out that you've been passed over, and you've been passed over for somebody that is much younger with a lot less experience and really no experience whatsoever in the space and the domain that you're interviewing for. You file a complaint that you've been discriminated against, and then the retaliation starts. You get iced out of meetings, you get iced out of projects, you get publicly called out. All of a sudden, you get put on a performance improvement plan, you fight that, and then eventually you just get fired. Have you heard that story before? It happens all the time in corporate America. And it's one of the key playbooks that corporate America uses to take older workers and remove them from the workforce in favor of cheaper, younger, less experienced candidates. What I just described is what happened to Heather Bodell, who was a manager at Bloomberg and had been with the company for around 15 years. The exact sequence of events that I described happened to her. But that sequence of events that happened to her is probably something that happens every single day in corporate America. All of us know that ageism is a thing. We see it in the job market when we're applying for roles and they give us those coded buzzwords overqualified. We also know how this works within internal team dynamics. People always couch it in terms of energy and initiative and things like that. That's all corporate buzz speak for anyone over 40 need not apply. And that's exactly what happened in this situation at Bloomberg, where Heather had built that track record and built that reputation and had sustained success and performance in her company. And yet she was passed over for a manager role for someone that was much younger and had far less experience. And immediately after this new manager took over, that manager starts harassing Bodell and turns it into a hostile work environment. Bodell got terminated, and she filed suit in district court alleging age discrimination. Her allegations are well documented. She took meticulous notes of all of the things that happened during her time there after she got passed over. And let me tell you, that paper trail does not look good. But this is what happens in corporate America all the time. We see it everywhere. And it's so common, and yet nothing is ever done about it. And that's fundamentally a problem with how the labor market, and specifically protections for employees, are basically non-existent. And that's by design, thanks to the billionaire class and the millionaire class. Because these are the things that they do to make sure that shareholder value continues to be driven. Because think about it, as you get more experience in the workplace, and as you become more tenured, you also become more expensive. And companies are looking for any way possible to make sure that their largest expense is controlled, and that's salaries and compensation. So one of the ways that you can do that is to make it extremely difficult for tenured employees, and specifically employees over 40, to stay within your organization. And that's what you see today. All you need to do is go through and scroll on LinkedIn. You'll see how many high caliber, experienced people are looking for work, because the tech oligarchy and the billionaire class and the millionaire class have been on this layoff binge. And typically who gets laid off? It's going to be people from underrepresented communities, people over 40, and women. This is just another page in a massive chapter about how corporate America is only interested in extracting as much as possible from their employees and demanding loyalty, while at the same time being cutthroat AF when it comes to protecting shareholder value.